The Renault 5, a name that evokes nostalgia and excitement, is making a grand return, but this time as an all-electric compact hatchback, ready to revolutionize the city car segment. Set for a 2024 reveal, this EV is not just a car. It's a statement 300 horsepower and a price under $25,000. This is now a reality. Introducing the Renault 5, the EV that's got everyone talking. Now, if you're like me and have been watching the EV space for the past 20 years, you know the drill. A stunning concept car gets unveiled, we all get hyped, and then the production model rolls out and it's just not the same. But with the Renault 5, there's a twist to the tale, so sit tight and let me explain. Let's start with a bit of background. The Renault 5, or as some like to call it, the Renault 5, is this incredibly cool hot hatch that's got a design to die for. The original concept was this funky 80s retro-inspired electric car that was just oozing with style. But then, as it often happens, the production model rolled out, and it wasn't quite the inspiring beauty we were all expecting. Sure, it still looks decent, but it lacks that extra oomph of the concept version. Now, some recently leaked images show us the all-electric hatchback ahead of its global debut, and while it retains some elements of the 2021 concept, it's a bit more, let's say, toned down. These images, published by the World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO, reveal that while the car retains its retro flair, it's missing certain parts that made the concept so appealing. But let's not get too down yet. The Renault 5 EV might still have some tricks up its sleeve. The front of the 5e tech features the updated Renault badge and the LED headlights with a unique feature. There's no traditional grille, because hey, it's an EV. But it's got these cool black squares on the bumper with LED daytime running lights. So far, so good. Now, size-wise, this car is on the smaller side, similar in dimensions to the Mazda 2 or the Honda Fit. It's about 3.92 meters long, making it a compact little beast. The car will be built on Renault's new CMF BEV architecture, which shares 70% of its components with internal combustion engine models. This means it's kind of a ground-up EV, but not entirely bespoke, if you know what I mean. So, what about the power? Reports suggest that the power will range from 120 to 150 horsepower for the base model, with an all-wheel drive version possibly in the mix. But the real excitement is around the rumored hot version, which could pack around 300 horsepower. Now that's what I call electric excitement. Pricing is expected to be around $25,000, which is quite competitive, especially for an EV. Renault's engineers are touting this EV as a benchmark in driving pleasure for the super mini segment, and if there's something Renault knows how to do, it's making a fun-to-drive hot hatch. The motor in this thing is also pretty impressive. We're talking about a single synchronous motor that's mounted at the front, weighing a mere 20 kilograms. That's a huge weight reduction compared to traditional internal combustion engines, which means better performance and efficiency. Battery-wise, there will be two options, a 42 kilowatt-hour battery from the base model and a 52 kilowatt-hour pack for the long-range version, offering around 261 miles of range. That's more than enough juice for your daily commutes and some spirited weekend drives. One of the most exciting aspects of the Renault 5 is its foundation, the BMF BEV platform. This architecture, specifically designed for European B-segment electric vehicles, promises to reduce production costs significantly compared to the Renault Zoe. Renault promises that the 5 will be a benchmark in terms of driving pleasure for the super mini segment. Thanks to a multi-link rear suspension, this car is expected to offer agile handling in a smooth, stable ride, making it a joy to drive both in urban setting and on open roads. The interior of the Renault 5 EV remains largely a mystery, but expectations are high for a modern, minimalist, and sustainable cabin. Renault's focus on eco-friendly materials and innovative design could result in a fresh and youthful interior, possibly featuring a new infotainment system. As already said, the car is set to be competitively priced, with an anticipated starting price below $25,000. This positions it as a strong contender in the electric supermini market, competing with upcoming models like the Citroën EC3, Fiat Panda, VW ID.2, and the electric Nissan Micra. The attractive pricing and promising features could make the Renault 5 a popular choice in the burgeoning EV market. Now, some of you might be thinking, where did Renault go? If they can make such good cars, why didn't they do this in the first place? Well, Renault's been off the US radar for decades, but things are changing, and fast. The French automaker, known for its innovative and budget-friendly cars, is planning a US comeback. And let me tell you, it's not just a re-entry, it's a strategic masterstroke. But the reason for them leaving? Let's rewind to the post-World War II era. Renault, the French automotive giant, is making waves across the pond in the USA. They introduced the 4CV and Dauphine, compact cars that are set to challenge the dominance of the Volkswagen Beetle. These little French cars are affordable, somewhat quirky, and they bring a slice of European charm to American roads. The 1960s and 70s roll in. The Renault's trying to solidify its foothold in the US market. Enter the Renault 5, rebadged as Le Car. It's stylish, it's got flair, and it seems to be just what the American consumer wants. But here's the twist. Not everything is smooth sailing. There are complaints about the car's build quality. They're seen as underpowered, and whispers of unreliability start to spread. Just when things are looking up, tragedy strikes. It's 1986, and Renault CEO Georges Bessy, the architecture of the Renault-AMC partnership, is assassinated by a far-left militant group in France. This sends shockwaves through the company. Their alliance with AMC and subsequently Chrysler's acquisition of AMC leaves a legacy. Renault's engineering prowess trickles into models like the iconic Jeep Cherokee. Now finally, Renault's not just walking back into the US market, they're strutting in, having learned their lesson. They know the pitfalls. They've been there, done that with quality issues and market missteps in the past. They even have some more projects in the pipeline. First up, there's the charming Renault Zoe, a compact city car known for its sprightly drive and impressive range. It's been a hit in Europe and could bring its blend of practicality and efficiency to the urban streets of America. Then there's the Renault Twingo Electric, a fun-sized EV perfect for zipping around in tight cityscapes, potentially appealing to the urban dweller seeking a nimble and eco-friendly ride. But the star of the show is undoubtedly the Renault 5 EV. This one's a modern reinterpretation of the iconic Renault 5, blending retro vibes with cutting-edge EV technology. It's been turning heads with its stylish design and promises a blend of performance and range that could make it a strong contender in the US market. And let's not forget the high-performance realm, where the Alpine brand Renault sports car division is making electrifying moves. Alpine is gearing up to electrify its lineup, and these performance-oriented EVs could offer a thrilling and eco-friendly driving experience. So there you have it. The Renault 5 EV might not be the concept car that we were all hoping for, but it's still shaping up to be a pretty exciting addition to the EV market. It's compact, it's got some decent power, and it's priced right. Sure, it's not the jaw-dropping retro-futuristic dream machine we saw in the concept, but it's still a Renault hot hatch, and that's something to be excited about. So, what do you think? Are you as pumped up for the Renault 5 as I am, or are you feeling a bit let down by the production model? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more electrifying car news. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you on the next ride.